I changed my mind. I have nothing to say to you.
I don't understand. I haven't done anything.
No, you didn't do anything, but you're Sith. Just released on the HoloNet, Sith in the Corellian system killed a group of free traders for failing to give them free passage to the Outer Rim. They murdered them.
I'm sorry, but you can't hold me responsible for the actions of every Sith.
What's the Empire gonna do about it? You know the answer as well as I do. Nothing. If there's gonna be any kind of peace agreement, the Empire has to stop this.
For too long, the Sith have been regarded as kings among animals, untouchable tyrants. It will take a lot of work to change that perception.
I didn't come along because I expected things to be easy. I'm sorry. I'll try to be more patient. I'm sorry about before. I didn't mean to end the conversation so abruptly. It's just, Jedi aren't supposed to become romantically attached.
That means you're interested.
Jedi are supposed to be wary of attachments. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't attracted to you.
Let me take you out for a drink.
Sure. I've never actually been on a date before. It'll be fun, right?
You have nothing to worry about.
Be fun. Thank you.
I told you you'd have a good time.
I hope we can do that again sometime.
Just finished cleaning the fuel injectors to the sublight drive. You should notice a 0.00008% power increase.
My lord, I've been studying the Sith code lately, and I'm wondering what you think of the line, "Peace is a lie." There doesn't seem to be a lot of room for interpretation, but I know you are an ardent proponent of peace.
You should know by now that I do not allow the Sith to dictate how I live my life.
Yes, I guess so. It still strikes me as strange how you can be Sith and value Sith teaching so little. The Jedi Code is the core of our philosophy. We learn it by heart, and it's the foundation of everything we do. But I guess it's different for the Sith. The Sith Code is more a description than a guide.
Some take its words very seriously.
Which is better? The ones that truly believe peace is a lie? Or the ones with no code at all? How can there be peace with the Sith Empire when every Sith does their own thing? This task we've taken gets more difficult every day.
I just wanted to thank you again for having me along. I'm honored to work with someone of your expertise. The archaeological pursuits of the Sith and Empire have been separate for too long. It is our common history. We have a shared duty to unearth it.
This is strictly a business relationship. I want items of power, and you have the knowledge to find them for me.
The path to items of power is paved with pottery shards and broken carvings, but I'll try to spare you the boring bits. From the depths of the ground, history calls us to save it from obscurity. I do my best to answer that call. I can tell you do the same. You remind me of my old mentor, Orsilio Gan.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Oh, I meant it as a compliment. He was the best there ever was. But what am I doing talking when there's work to be done? As we say in the service, the dead aren't getting any younger. So, explain this to me. The tomb of Naga Sadow on Korriban was built by Tulak Horde before Naga Sadow was even born? And that's where you found the Deshard Shadow Killer? And when your master tried to steal your body, you used the artifacts of Tulak Horde to put her being into this Deshard?
You forgot the part where I received aid from my long-dead ancestor who was murdered by Tulak Horde.
Kalik. He was one of the most powerful Sith Lords of his time. Perhaps the most powerful. And an alien, too. To think how the Empire might have been different if he had killed Tulak Horde and not the other way around. Darth Zash and I have been talking. Well, when she's around. I would love to speak more with Kemval, but I don't think he likes me.
Being locked in stasis for hundreds of years was hard on him.
Do you know I never thought of it that way? Yes, I'm sure that's it. Perhaps I could give him a few social pointers.
I'm sure he'd appreciate that.
Excellent. I will speak with him at the next opportunity. I understand you inherited quite the archive from Zash. I would love to see it sometime.
I would love to show it to you.
Excellent. The quest for knowledge is eternal.
Leave everything to me, Master.
If you don't mind my asking, how is it you became Sith, my lord? The process is completely foreign to me. I had a brother who was Force-sensitive. Darth Maul came and took him to Korriban, but we didn't hear from him again after that. Ungrateful little rat thinks he's too good for us now, my father said. But really, I think he just missed him.
If I ever run into your brother, I'll let you know.
Oh, it's all right. We didn't really get along anyway. He was always faster and stronger, and he usually had a stick in his hand. Father always wanted one son in the Sith and one in the military. Admittedly, the Imperial Reclamation Service wasn't his first choice, but after all the cursing stopped, I think he warmed up to the idea.
What did your father have against the Imperial Reclamation Service?
The Drillicks are a proud family line, and my father is simply the proudest of the lot. The Imperial Reclamation Service shores up the Empire's foundations against the flood of forgetfulness and misinformation that threatens our history. I'd like to see a fighter pilot establish the lineage of a 3,000-year-old Sith Lord with nothing but rocks and a dead language.
I have always believed that knowledge will ultimately win out over the lightsaber and the blaster.
Thank you, my lord. It is my honor to serve.
So what's the story, Sith? Seems like you know all about me, and I don't know nothing about you. You always this squeaky clean, or you making up for something?
Some Imperial thought it would be funny to shoot my kind for sport. I shot back. They wanted to kill me, but made me Sith instead.
Funny how those Sith work. I was an accountant on Moneyland when I decided I wanted a little more adventure. So I put a blaster to the head of the intergalactic banking clan and walked off with a few million credits. Been robbing and murdering ever since.
How much of that story is true?
Does it really matter? In 3 years, the Sky Princess took more cargo and harassed more Republic ships than half the Imperial fleet. I'm a liar and a thief and a murderer, but I'm good. You're gonna miss me. You know, you got a pretty nice ship. It's no Sky Princess, but hey, what is? I had a ship like it once. No armor to speak of, but you don't need defense when you can maneuver like that.
You didn't seem to have a ship when I met you.
Yeah, got blown to pieces. But it was a thrill while it lasted. Nothing like playing chicken with a ship twice your size and then firing up his tail when he blinks. Sky Princess was great, but she couldn't do that.
So why did you move on to the Sky Princess?
Nice as a little ship like that is, you just can't carry enough cargo. And you burn too much fuel jumping to hyperspace. Pirate's gotta make a living, and then he's gotta be able to escape when the pressure's on. But this ship here, best of both worlds. She'll fly like a dream, and then she'll jump away.
I'd be glad to have you as a pilot, if you're half as good as you say you are.
In my line of work, you don't live long exaggerating. You just tell me where you want to go. Hey, you got time to chat?
Sure. Did you have something in mind?
No, just wondering. Haven't been aboard too long. Like to know who I'm working with. Nothing touchy-feely, just enough to know you got my back.
You get my back, I'll get yours. Simple as that.
We see eye to eye. Just one more thing. You ever butt heads with the Republic, let me have a shot. I got a score to settle, and it'll be a long time before I call it even. You hear that, Sith? Nothing like it in the galaxy. The hum of an idling blaster. Potential energy right there. It's like waking up on your birthday wondering what you got. For a few minutes, it's anything. A whole galaxy, just waiting for you to pull the trigger.
What do you call it?
Nah, don't name my blasters. It's a bad idea to get attached. Actually, I was wondering. These blasters are nice, but a pirate's only as good as his equipment. We don't got fancy force powers like you Sith.
I think I have a spare set here if that's what you're asking for.
I'll pay it back, Sith. Don't worry. Thanks. You know, I think I heard the ship's engine making a strange noise earlier. Mind if I check it out sometime?
I didn't know you knew anything about engines.
Yeah, I've lived on ships most of my life. You don't do that without picking up something. I'm no expert, but a buddy of mine back before the war taught me most of what I know. Carl Norn, best technician I knew. Worst card player. Could never see when the deck was stacked against him. And it always was.
Was this one of your pirate friends?
My old man ran a shop on one of those planets people only visit if they break down or if they're running from something. Carl stumbled in on a tin can held together by sheer willpower, well, and the skills of the best mechanic in the galaxy. Made me first mate after the war, on a ship called the Bloodshot Ranker. I learned a lot before he gambled the ship away. But you're sick of hearing me jabber, huh? Engine's fixed. Looks like we took on some rock on one of our last jumps. Nothing big. Reminds me of the time I took the Sky Princess through an asteroid field. My ship mechanics were furious. Cleaned rock out of our engines for weeks. Had to replace one of the rears, it was so badly damaged.
What were you doing in an asteroid field?
Dodging the enforcers. When you got a fleet of Republic ships on your tail, you take whatever cover you can find. Rocks don't have cannons. Besides, what's life without a little risk, huh? That's why I became a pirate. The risk, the reward, the freedom.
That's the same reason I became Sith. Though my freedom was perhaps more literal.
Freedom's all in the mind, but it does help to have a good blaster. So what does a Sith do for fun?
Oh, the usual. Lying, killing, manipulating. Sith is more of a lifestyle.
At least you have a sense of humor about it, huh? Hey, remember I was telling you about Carl Norn, great tech, bad card player? Got me into the pirate racket? Just got a call from him. He's in deep. The Hutt cartel on Nar Shaddah's got his number. He deserves what he gets, but he's done good by me. I promised I'd meet him on Nar Shaddaa and help him out.
Then you'd better get going.
I'll try not to be long, huh?
So what happened with your friend Carl? Were you able to help him?
Yeah, thanks for asking. Carl's same as ever. Never got a hand he didn't want to play. His debts weren't anything a few well-placed blaster shots couldn't settle.
Do you ever miss being a pirate?
I miss some things, I guess, but it's not like it's boring around here. Thanks for letting me bail him out. What a day, huh? There's sometimes you just don't want to get out of bed without a couple of adrenals or a good stiff drink. And then there's times that are just all right.
I never thought of you as an optimist.
I just got a good feeling about today is all. Got a little shooting practice in. Stretched my legs. Just a good feeling.
Master. Leave everything to me, Master.
I gotta come clean with you, Sith. I wasn't always the scoundrel you met on Tatooine. I used to run in the Republic military. Made captain before I wised up and deserted. Call it misspent youth.
Why are you telling me this now?
Carl sent me a message. I guess bailing him out got the Republic military's attention. Seems they've added treason to the charges of desertion and piracy. Guess they're not big on former officers traveling with a Sith. Anyway, if things get hot, I might need to hop off the radar for a while.
If things get hot, this ship is the safest place for you. The Republic military police are no match for me.
Thanks. Good to know you got my back. Hey, I gotta run.
You're not going anywhere.
You don't give me orders. That was the deal. Someone from my Republic days has popped up. Someone I thought was dead. If I don't jump on this tip now, he might disappear again. I'll fill you in later. Alright, I said I'd give you an explanation when I got back. Here it is. We were chasing down a free trader on a tip in neutral space when an Imperial fleet jumped on our position. Blasted us to pieces. Guy who gave us the tip? An SIS agent. That's spy to the Empire. Named Harmon Reich.
So you think Harmon Reich set you up?
Could have just been bad intel, except Reich disappeared the same day. One of my old underworld contacts traced one of his safe houses, but Reich slipped away before I could get to him. I can understand not wanting to fight somebody else's war. I skipped out myself, but Reich owes me an explanation.
What if the explanation is that he betrayed you and...
Hey, Sith. We make a pretty good team. I was thinking I might take off after I found Reich, but the old job just doesn't sound quite as appealing.
I'd be honored to have you with me.
Maybe sometime I'll take you out into open space, show you the thrill of lying in wait for a big freighter and a big payoff. I may be out of the game, but my skills are sharper than ever. I'm your man. Need something?
Just checking in on my favorite pirate.
Hey, I'm flying with the craziest son of a hut in the galaxy. No complaints here.
Yes, my lord.
Let's go.
Stop right there. Sorry, my lord, but you're not allowed in here.
You will let me in. I'm welcome here.
We will let you in. You're welcome here. Thanaton keeps his most useful holocrons on the far wall. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you took one.
My lord, where do we go now?
The ritual I performed was too much power too quickly. I am disintegrating rapidly. I have begun to drain parts of my power into holocrons, though it is only a temporary solution. My research points to a cure, almost too amazing to fathom, but I must try, and I must succeed. It will require going into the heart of Belsavis, a place so racked with chaos I shudder to think of going. Still, no time for hesitation. I go now, or not at all.
Leave everything to me, Master. I will not disappoint you.
Passion, peace, strength, knowledge, power, serenity, victory, harmony, freedom, the Force.
myself. Sounds fun.
I found some things that look relevant.
Excellent. It will take some time for Ashara and I to study these. In the meantime, you may want to check in on Harker. Make certain he knows you're alive, and that he shouldn't take any liberties with the trials.
I would very much like to know how my future apprentice is coming along.
I'll let you know the moment I find anything.
I'm unfollow.
Time for death, Twi'lek.
Kava tupa stumpa, ma kingsa.
Quiet, both of you. You know your trial. Now go. My lord, you just missed the latest trial. As you can see, we have a wild group. All except the human. He was surprisingly quick to die.
Through no interference of yours, I trust.
These wretches can get themselves killed without my help. My credits are on the three-eyed one, personally. Uglier than my twisted Sith grandmother, but he has the same determined glint you had.
I'll take that bet. My credits are on the Kaleesh.
I didn't know you were the gambling type, my lord. While you're here, is there anything particular you want to accomplish with these trials? Many Sith Lords use the Acolytes to gather things from the tombs for them.
Whatever you send them for, make sure it's a challenge. I don't want a weak apprentice.
When have I ever tolerated weakness? I'll contact you when they are on their last trial so that you can arrive in time for the results.